Welcome back, everybody. Got a different styled episode here, answering a question that's been pretty common in my messages recently because of the Dubai video. Are you staying in Dubai? What's dating like in Dubai? Why are you in Dubai? Dubai is for business only. It's not for dating. In fact, I'd probably rate it as one of the worst, if not the worst places in the world to go for dating. Let me explain why. It's essentially considered an elite city. So what I mean by this is plenty of young people come here in search of better opportunities. What that means is there's a high concentration of men here doing very well. On top of the business incentives of being here, you've all heard about zero taxes or damn near zero taxes. Anybody that makes any amount of money that's considered high income is going to come here and set up a tax structure that is extremely advantageous. We're talking savings of hundreds, if not millions of dollars, depending on the individual's income. It's a no-brainer why this place has sprouted up so fast and why it has such a high concentration of high net worth individuals. Now, because that's a thing, it also attracts, depending on how you think of it, the quote, cream of the crop kind of women. You will notice when you come to Dubai that there is a high concentration of model-esque looking women from all over the world, from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, from Latin America, everywhere, every ethnicity, every corner of the globe. There are tens all over the place. Naturally, we know why, because men here are so successful and in such high concentrations, women tend to flock here too. There are women that are obviously taking advantage of business, the high-powered babes as well. But for the most part, there are a ton of women that are here taking advantage of the men that are here. And by taking advantage, not really. Here's the issue that people are running into. And I'll scroll through just being here within 24 hours. You're going to see what my quote dating profiles are like when I set them up. As far as matches go, you can have a date here right away. If anything, women are more aggressive here in pursuing men. Almost westernized. I would say westernized in thinking. Dubai is like a melting pot multiculturally of just high net worth individuals. That's what you could think about. It's like not land of the plebs. It's basically millionaires. So in the dating profiles, the women feel some kind of pressure to make a move. At least what I've noticed so far. Now, here's the issues women run into, why it's a nightmare to date in Dubai as a woman. Every man you chase has a insane access to high quality women, subjective, what you consider high quality, we'll say beautiful, objectively beautiful women from all sorts of ethnicities, all parts of the world, and they're all vying for these quote top percentile men. There is a alarmingly high rate of professional workers here. I got approached by two, literally the night I went walking around the marina. You would be surprised that the streetwalkers are very good looking, to the point where you would say, why would you ever do this? You should be married. You should have a millionaire on your arm. It would be no problem at all. Don't know why they do this. Don't care to ask. Not my business, not my wheelhouse, not someone I deal with. But it's interesting to see, because when you think of streetwalkers, you're thinking of like downright disgusting, dirty looking individuals carrying diseases, God knows what. They just look like a complete mess, in a horrible state, horrible shape, horrible hygiene. It's the complete opposite here. It's very high class. I mean, Dubai exemplifies luxury like no other place. I mean, they practically have a damn monopoly on luxury. If you look up luxury in the dictionary, Dubai should probably be in there next to it as an example. The opulence here is like nowhere else. Their infrastructure, everything is out of control to the T, perfect. And if they could spend extra, they will. That's what it feels like here. There's no stone left unturned when it comes to luxury, opulence, and just appearances. Now, back to the women in the dating. There's no way a woman here, and this is why they complain about dating in Dubai, there's no way a woman here can get a quality man anyways, because any of the quality dudes are probably already taken, or there's nothing but players here that are enjoying the fruits of their labor because they have access to women from all over the place. It's tasting the rainbow out here. Women are literally coming here to get pumped and dumped, unfortunately. Ask any woman, I guarantee you, from the dating profiles I've matched, just brief conversations I've had, and just things I've noticed on a woman's dating profile compared to Eastern Europe and compared to America. I've been keeping these in my head just to see. In America, It's full-blown gynocracy. We already know what that means. I'm strong, I'm independent, don't need a man, blah, 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 I'm the table. Eastern Europe, complete opposite. They expect a man to do everything, and it's very traditional thinking. You come out here, and it's a bit of a mix of both worlds, except the supply and demand here is very twisted. There's not enough good men going around compared to the amount of objectively beautiful women there are available. So guys here are getting away with anything and everything. I mean, the chats basically show the burnout that women have out here. You'll see the prompts or bios regularly stating, change my mind about dating in Dubai, change my mind about men in Dubai, something alluding to the fact that dating in Dubai is an absolute nightmare. I've covered TikToks about women saying they've been blown off, they've been ghosted by guys, non-stop, and the guy they find out went out with a street worker instead. Dating for women in Dubai is a joke. As a man, now, if you've done your due diligence, got your life in order and your bank account matches, and you're one of the many men that come out here to take advantage of said tax structure, you will find that you are in a very advantageous position to have fun. However, to find individuals you would consider worthy of marriage, down to earth, humble and family oriented, you're out of your mind. You're in for a rude awakening. On the men's side, you're going to be blasted by professionals. They're everywhere. Finding a regular or a good girl out here, damn near impossible. Behind me is the marina and a bunch of yachts, and already a bunch of them sailed out of the marina. It is 10:47 and they're packed with girls. There's levels to this. There are guys out here that are absolutely crushing it and having their pick of the litter and have no intentions of settling down. And a lot of these girls have unfortunately put themselves in those positions because that's the lifestyle of in Dubai. We already know about the Instagram models. We know about if she's got pictures on a yacht. That's a no, bro. If you haven't learned by now to avoid anyone that's been to Dubai with pictures on a yacht, you know what goes down. You know what experiences she had. She didn't buy that yacht. She didn't get on the yacht for free, gentlemen. We know this already. She did things to get on the yacht. She does things to stay on the yacht. She did exceptional things to get invited back on the yacht. That's the reality of the situation. Now, others asking me what my thoughts are on Dubai, aside from dating, and I just gave you a very quick rundown. Personally, I'm just speaking on an individual level, I would not settle down here for reasons you may already know. I love hiking, I love nature, I like mountains, I like clean water, fresh air. Dubai as a city is exceptional. It's probably the best in the world. You're not going to do better. It has the latest and the greatest of everything. World's XYZ, you'll probably find it here. If you're an individual that loves the urban life, if you love the amenities of a city, if you like to be around a lot of people, high achieving type A individuals, ambitious, that are grinding, on the younger side as well, there's plenty of young people here that are doing very well, bright minds that have fallen into a lifestyle that allows them to live in Dubai, you will love it here. Absolutely, this is the place for you. If I was in my 20s, I would have dreamed of a place like this. When I was younger, in my early 20s, I would get energy from being in places like this. I was just at the pool with a skyline view. I'll put it in the video while I'm talking just so you can see what I mean. And within an hour of me getting there, it filled up with a bunch of people, young men, testosterone raging, that feeling of high school cliquishness when the women started arriving, the guys started acting out, the groups were meshing together, there's a bunch of laughing, a bunch of having fun, numbers getting exchanged, dates getting planned, that kind of vibe. So this place is ripe for stuff like that. If you're not into the materialism and the hedonism and you like a slower pace of life, I think the opposite elite place you could live of Dubai would be Switzerland. I think any of those mountain towns around Switzerland with the incredible imagery of jagged mountaintops, waterfalls flowing the crispest, cleanest glacial water, cars being banned, pretty much only allowed to walk there, clean air, blue skies. That's the complete opposite of Dubai in terms of living style, but being, quote, elite, where you have access to everything. Quality of life is on that level. That's more where I'm at. I prefer a Switzerland style life. That's why most likely I will be living, highly likely, in Romania, and I will be in one of the mountain towns, and I will be hanging out in a smaller town vibe where For me personally, that's food for the soul. So there's something for everybody. If you understand yourself and you crave that kind of connection to nature, this won't make you happy. Coming to a place like this is probably going to be what leads you to be disconnected, depressed, unhappy with yourself, and counting down the days to leave. But if you're the other type of person that I mentioned, this place will give you energy, will make you want to get up and hustle every day. It's nice to go walk to the gym and to see 6, 7 people already there, already working out, all looking good, all having probably great paying jobs with great employers or their own startups that they're working on. It's incredible to meet like-minded people like that, network, and build a friend group that has high achievers in it. There is something to be said for that. However, I'm in a point in my life where the main things that matter to me, as I've said on the channel before, guys, is I'm trying to retire my parents, which is looking very likely in the next couple of months. Came to Dubai to set up the advantageous tax structure for all my businesses. For me personally, the amount of taxes I'll save in Dubai will essentially be what I can support my family with full-time, my parents, so that they stay retired, never have to work again. One of the leading drivers for me to do all this, moving out of the US, setting up the tax structure in Dubai, going to Romania and relocating there, it's all family. I'm not here to play games. I'm not, eye on the prize. I'm not here to sleep around, do the passport bro stuff we might see on TikTok where guys are, videoing themselves with a bunch of different chicks every night. I've already told you guys the story of how I got red pilled in the first place, my experiences in college and sleeping around. And if you haven't, somebody in the comment section link that video. But in the gist of it is that I was trying to fill a black hole from a breakup. I ended up listening to the advice of some people I was hanging around with at the time of sleeping around will get you over it. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Things that I would take back if I could. However, it did lead me to, ironically, a position like this where I'm able to explain to you guys why women are the way they are, what you can expect in dating, whatever all these red pill / dating concepts. Something I picked up along that long journey of degenerate behaviors, like what I like to call it. But that's not my life anymore. And I've actively preached against it. I've warned guys not to go down that path. I know it's very hard telling a guy, don't hook up with a bunch of chicks. It's not worth it. I've always used the analogy of it's basically telling a dude that's dying of thirst in the desert, don't worry about water. It's not that important. Just keep going a little longer. All he could think about is water. He's dying of thirst. He needs some bad. The guys that have had no success with women, to be told, yeah, bro, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I get it. Trust me. So unfortunately, some of you will have to do what I did and personally make those mistakes so that you can learn and grow from them. The smart ones will heed the warnings and avoid it altogether. It is what it is. As far as dates, I've been on dates. Someone else asked me in the DMs, why don't you show dates, the women you're with? I like to keep my personal life private. If I'm going to bring someone on camera, it's somebody I take seriously and looking at a long-term future with. And until that day happens, there's no point other than to flex for what? Again, with my history in the past that I've had, I don't need to flex about it. And honestly, I don't consider it a flex. For the guys that have never had experience, they go overseas, they get the exotic boost, and they finally start to get women. I get why they post all that stuff. It's just not for me personally. As far as the technical side of the tax structure here, that's a very complicated topic. I'll try to break it down for you guys, what I'm spending, how I'm going to benefit personally, and see if it could apply to you guys. But because the tax structure is so different in every single country, it's probably next to useless. You would have to talk to an accountant and a lawyer just like I did. Make sure you set everything up properly so that it works for you. Some people, for example, live in the United States, they're citizens there, and the IRS will chase you everywhere. Others, like Dubai, has a big expat community of people from the UK where they move here, or Australia. I've heard a bunch of Australians over here, and their governments don't do that. So they come here and they work for free, and they work with zero taxes, which is huge because the countries they're coming from are high tax countries. There's a lot of benefits to being here. And as far as vacationing, coming to visit, I know there's some negative comments in that video talking about the more darker side of the city. It's irrelevant, man, honestly. As mean as that may come off to some people, the countries we're all living in have done far worse things. I don't even want to get into all the things and make it super political. What America has done overseas to innocent people, we all know. I'm just focusing on the present moment. What would it be like for you when you visit here? You're going to be wowed. It's a beautiful place to come see. At the very least, you got to visit just to experience what a safe, peaceful, well-run city looks like compared to the West, where there's high crime, there's homelessness everywhere. I mean, I have a story where I was living in Phoenix. I was paying $2,500 a month and couldn't even take my dog to some of the parks literally next to my house because there are hypodermic needles that were used by homeless people that my dog could have stepped on a bunch of times. Disheartening to see when you're paying $2,500 of your hard-earned money to live in what amounts to your dream home, a gated community in the foothills of Arizona, picturesque, hiking trails all around you, but the park next door has needles everywhere. Welcome to America. I'm not even going to mention the bigger cities because walking in downtown alone at night as a woman, even as a dude, is already getting riskier. We see it all going on in the news. I don't need to bring that stuff up anymore. If you visit Dubai, it's a complete shock to people that are used to those kind of living conditions. Everything is spotless. People are nice. It's extremely clean, very well mannered everywhere. The Uber drivers pick you up in cars that are luxury. They call you boss and sir all the time. At least that's what my experience is. Yes, boss. Yes, sir. How you doing today, boss? They're very chill. Roads are paved, no potholes, no metal plates anywhere. The mall I just toured today, it probably takes an entire day or more just to see everything in the mall. It's so massive. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And again, this is all experiencing in like the 24 hours I've been here, and I'm barely scratching the surface. I still have to go to the Burj. I still have to see the aquarium, the futuristic museum. I mean, there's the beach. I haven't even been to the beach. I haven't done anything. I've only been here 24 hours and I'm already blown away. This place is incredible. If I wasn't interested in like long-term dating, a family, retiring my parents, I had only myself to look after, no other responsibilities, wanting to do the high life partying, blowing money, nightclubs, yachting, all this stuff, girls, dude, Dubai is basically calling your name. If that's the phase of life that you're in, there's no better place to call home. But I'm looking for something else. So unfortunately, sticking to business. Anything else? Nothing that comes to mind. I like doing videos like this, guys. So let me know any questions you have in the comments. I'll post this one up on the main channel too. But after this, we'll just do regular recordings, reviews of videos, unless you guys like it overwhelmingly and want to see more. But videos like this will typically start going on the second channel, trying to launch that right away. So anything at all, any questions, let me know. Specifics you want to know about Dubai. If you have information for me of where to go, what to see and what to do, places to go eat at, cafes, let me know. I'm a coffee addict. If you know the best coffee spots in Dubai, please make me a list. I'm here for the next 3 weeks. So I want to pack in as much as possible. Yeah, looking forward to your guys' comments. Have a blessed weekend. And for those that are tuned in, good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever you're at. Take care, everybody.